Tesla price tag after the Q3 earnings, 450, 500, someone says 550, 550. Well, happy Sunday and welcome to a brand new and the last Tesla Sundays before Q3. So make sure to make this the most liked Tesla Sundays episode ever by hitting the like button 3,000 times. I know you can do it. And then we are diving in the blueprint of this episode. We will talk about the Tesla performance of the last 7 days. We will talk about the Tesla stock chart. We will talk about the stock price, what it can really be achieved. I think somewhere around 550 would be the upper case for Tesla shares after the Q3 earnings, and I will let you know why. Then we will talk about price reductions for the car itself, and finally I bought some Tesla call options and I will explain it to you all. Now, are you ready? Then let's roll. So, welcome, and I hope that you are ready for the Tesla stock performance that we will discuss right now. So, as you can see, the stock of Tesla quite had a great run this week, right? We started somewhere at 428, then we went up to 460, and then came the news that, stimulus is still pending. Maybe just after the election will be a deal done, and also, in Europe you have more and more lockdowns, and the stock tanked, right? What did I did? Well, this is what we will discuss towards the end of the vlog, where we talk about the call options that I bought. Now, as you can see, this was a little bit recovered than during the day itself, and it seems as of this recording that Friday will be also a nice day to buy Tesla for a cheaper price than we had a few days, but it seems like it recovers. Now, this kind of small bumps, if you have other news not affecting the business, pressuring the stock, I think always it's a great time to buy the stock, and therefore I'm sharing this always in my community. If you want to be part of it, check out the join button below all my videos, and if you don't see the join button, there's also the link into the description. And with the second tier, the Real Wolf, you get access to our Discord chat, where when I'm doing this trade, I sharing everything, my thoughts, what I'm buying and so on. So check it out, and let's dive into the stock chart of Tesla. So welcome to this stock chart analysis of Tesla. And as you can see, just the last couple of days we were on a downturn, okay? Just on Friday we lost about 2%, and we'll start the next week with $439 per Tesla share. And this was, I don't want to say it was clear, but every time the stock, hit the topper of the Bollinger Band here, then we saw a little bit of a downturn. Here you can see here always the same pattern here, even exceeded, went down here again and went down. So here drastically, obviously here in August when it reached the all-time high even, right? So this was a quite downturn for the stock, and then we were just on a nicely upside position, and then we hit again at the topper level near the all-time high, just about 10% away from the all-time high, a little bit less than 10%, and that's why the stock mostly, with the overall uncertainty into the market, went a little bit down here. Now, the good thing is that we having here a couple of great supports. So first of all, let me show it to you here, the nicely trend that we are having here, obviously. So it could be something like that, maybe even like that. So depending, how you see it, sometime here the stock should bounce off, and then with the great quarter, obviously I see no reason at all this stock going further down. Moreover, we having the 50 moving average, which was always a great resistance. Yes, you can see here it never touched it, here it never touched it, here, you know, it went quite extreme from all-time high to, you know, touching even the 50 moving average, and then just back again because people, you know, were saying, you know, 334, the Tesla stock is absolutely a bargain, and people and money moved into this. Here you can see also the RSI was quite high to this. We never touched the RSI in the last couple of days that high. So many factors here that shows us that the stock can go further down, and you know, with the overall news that are on the horizon with the quarter earnings 3, which, you know, could be very positive, I see that the stock is definitely going on higher, maybe even 550. Let's have a look further. If we following this trend, let's assume we're following this trend. So even when we don't cross the 550 in the days after the Q3 earnings, we definitely will cross it sometime end of November or beginning of December. You know, this is definitely when the stock just keep on going on this path further up. Then we see towards the 2021 year a stock price of even 630. So this is quite interesting here. However, obviously it can go also the other direction, right? Let's have a look. So if we follow this kind of trend, and the overall market will be a kind of, you know, difficult because all of this crazy news about lockdowns in Europe and so on. So I think, you know, this could be a catalyst for the market being a little bit conservative, and then you can see that this could be another area a little bit flattened, but towards the down section until, you know, maybe it hits somewhere here, and then we will go in a very interesting November for the stock technical wise. So yeah, that's it. I think we should now move into the next category immediately. So if Tesla will announce, and this is what I'm hardly believing, a Q3 profit that will surprise, then I think we are having no doubt that the stock will raise. Now, how much it will raise, this is the question of many out there, and this is what I will answer. Let's have a look into the chart. So if we are looking into the chart, the recent high was some kind of, 500-ish at the end of August. Then we had, a pretty bad September where we even dropped to $330, which I don't think we will see this year anymore. And then we went up and somehow slowly going up to this 500 levels. Now, there was a hype always when the stock goes so high, right? I mean, we had hypes about the quarter earnings profits, we had hype around S&P 500, we had hype of Berry Day, we had hype of the stock split. And I think the Q3 can be surprisingly good because not only we having record deliveries, we having, regulatory credits that will be sold, but also I think something that maybe not many people are accounting for is the software sales that they are actually doing. They made a special offer where you could sell lots and lots of autopilots. I think this is what they actually have done successfully, because the autopilot was reduced from somehow $7,000 or $8,000 to half the price, around $4,000, which it's amazing, and it's almost purely profit for Tesla, obviously. And I think many people did this, and they just did it just before the quarter ended. So I think this can be another push, and somehow they could, with the bigger and bigger becoming capacity that they can produce, they can also reduce the costs, obviously. And all in all, you can see that it can be maybe the strongest quarter ever. And the last time this happened, I saw a Tesla stock that went not only 20% up after the quarter, but also the day after it went again up 10%. So huge moves are possible, and I'm thinking that we could see even moves of 20-30% upwards. This would be nothing that would surprise me. It would very much make me very, very happy. and my portfolio, obviously. So for the price reduction of Tesla, in China recently and now for the Model S twice in a week, there is a couple of reasons. But I want to go deep dive into two of them. First of all, there is the slightly and fairly competition between Tesla and Lucid Air, right? The Lucid Air car should cost somewhere below $70,000. So Elon Musk moved the price below $70,000 as well, just to make sure that everyone who is, considering a Lucid rather go for the Model S, right? Now, on the other side, I want to make sure that you understand that with all the growth that Tesla is experiencing of the next years and months and the last months and years, and with the capacity going more and more, Tesla can reduce the car price over and over time while still managing a great margin. And I think this is important to keep the price just going down, because if you are seeing this as a recurring system, then the price will, go down, and then finally we having some really affordable cars, right? We have the most sexiest Tesla cars out there. I just recently with a friend here in Dubai drove the Model S, and it's just such a beautiful car, guys. And if you can get this brand new for below $70,000, then I don't know what you are waiting for if you have the funds and you want to buy a Tesla, because it's a really nice car. On the other side, this giving back to the client and having the same client perspective and the same client goals, right? The client want to have the cheapest car as possible, and Tesla want to have as much clients as possible, so both want to have reduced prices. And this just alignment of ideas for Tesla and Tesla clients is a beautiful thing, right? You can see the same with, for example, with the direct sales. So Tesla's sale is the cars directed to the customer, while the other traditional car manufacturers still using dealers, and the dealers want that the cars go, most of the time to the maintenance, they need spare parts and so on. And on the other side, the client want to have as less maintenance cost as possible. So there's not this alignment like Tesla has with its system. So that's next level, and that's why we love Tesla, right? Okay, as you might know already, if you are a member of this channel, if not, then you can join anytime, then you know that I am back and investing in Tesla, but into the call option section of Tesla shares, okay? So I want to leverage a bit, a smaller amount of money, and having the same output that I would have with a bigger amount of money. So actually I'm buying Tesla call options because I'm thinking that recently, back in September, as well as just day before yesterday, Tesla stock was smashed a little bit, but was, just before this amazing quarter that's coming up. It's a great opportunity to maybe get this extra percentage out of Tesla stock, okay? And I think that usually, in general terms, if you are buying options, call options, then you should consider three things. First, don't make this deal a bigger deal than 5 or 10% of your Tesla stock investments, okay? So let's say you have $100,000 of Tesla shares, then make maximum $10,000 of call options trades, because call options can go really wrong and you can use basically everything. Then secondly, make sure to not go too aggressively, right? I mean, in this terms, I mean that you should not make this crazy bets of, highly out of the money, but rather, having a slightly, out of the money or even in the money call options trades that makes you, a little bit comfortable if the stock goes further down, and you have a little bit of a puffer, right? And the third thing, you have to understand that I really like to invest into the real stock, okay? So there's nothing better than investing into the real stock because you can just be so relaxed, guys, okay? You don't have to be, you know, right on the expiry date, you don't have to be right on the strike price, and you know, you can just load up more shares if it's going down, and you know, your call options can go almost worthless if the stock stays too much down. Plus, if there's much volatility, you pay in premium and so on. So it's a very complicated financial product. So I'm really encouraging you to buy the real thing, the real stock, and you will be a very, very happy lady or gentleman out there. And I hope that you enjoyed this episode of Tesla Sundays, and stay tuned for much more Tesla content out there into the next week, which will be, you know, the Q3 earnings. I can't wait. We will have a live stream, we will have a special guest. So all of that, really, really appreciated that you stayed until the end. Smash the like button. See you tomorrow.